This is a quick tip for installing fonts in Windows 7. Windows 7 has added some features that weren't in previous Windows versions to make installing fonts a lot easier. And so we know our digital scrapbookers, we love our fonts because sometimes they can just make a layout, and we're addicted to going out and collecting them. But as I've mentioned in my previous lessons, I believe in course 1, it is not recommended that you install your fonts in the font folder, in the Windows font folder, because it will bog down your programs when you try to open them. If you get too many in there, your programs will take a long time to open up. So we want to find ways to temporarily install them. And so I have here my font folder outside of my Windows fonts, where I go to temporarily install some of these, and we can use a program, but we're going to look at Windows 7 because it's different. There's something special that you have to do to set this up that's not a default in Windows 7. So click on Start and search for Fonts. And I'm going to click on the fonts that comes up, or you can go to the control panel and find this too. So these are all the fonts that are installed on my computer. Now you can see here the ones with the arrows are shortcuts, and that is what we're going to be doing, is to set this up to install fonts as shortcuts. And so I am going to show you first. If you click over here on Font Settings, check this box that says Allow fonts to be installed using a shortcut. That is not checked by default. And then when you go back to your folder to find a font, let's just find one that I probably do not have already installed. This is pretty cool. You can just double click on it and it does open up and show you what that font looks like. But you see up here now, you can click to install, but you also have this option. If you don't have your settings set correctly, this option is not available, but you can check that box to use a shortcut to install it and then click install. However, you do need to either open your program after you install the font, or you need to restart your program, otherwise it won't show up in the list over here. So I wish that it would, so I can install it and it automatically show up, but I would have to restart it. The key though to get it to be truly temporary, because what I did when I used this as a shortcut, I did a bunch of testing and then I restarted my computer and it was still in the drop down list even though it was set up as a shortcut. And so what I did to get around this was I went and I did a right click with a copy and a paste onto my desktop. Now I have this font out here and I can open it up and install it this way, or I can right click and you see it says install or install as a shortcut. So a tip for Mac users, just so I can give you a tip, always try double clicking and always try right clicking, because you never know what's going to be out there. So I'm going to install this as a shortcut, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see that now in my fonts folder or not as a shortcut, because sometimes they're not named the same. and there it is, Wintermute Regular. So what I can do to have this stalled temporarily, then I can just delete this off of, well, it's not letting me do it right now because it did let me do it earlier with no problem at all, but okay, I hate that when that happens, but probably if I have this closed out, maybe. Let's try it. It wouldn't let me do it. Interesting. Well, I can go in here though. And probably go all the way down here and click delete for this shortcut. And it should take that out. Oh, there it goes. Now it's gone. Now it is no longer installed. You can also remove it here. Will not let me do it there. You can also remove it on your desktop. I did do that, and when I restarted my computer, it was no longer in the drop down box that way either, because it was pointing to where it was on my desktop and I had deleted it from my desktop. But that is a quick way that you can get those to be installed temporarily by using it as a shortcut. And I hope you like this little quick tip and use it often.